Good evening. My name is Clayton Toptimer. Tonight I will be discussing the sales analysis for cap manufacturing and going into thorough depth on why each sheet is important and what the importance is to us and how companies can use this to navigate and better allocate resources. This assignment is for my financial accounting course. The course code is ACG 2021. As you can see here, each data set gives us a description of different information that we can use in the future here to help better the companies and give them useful information. So going starting beginning here, we have the total sales in quarter and years. You can depict each year and quarter and the sales revenue accordingly just by hovering over each category here, and that can show you relative information compared to other years, which can be compared and used for better allocating resources. Moving on, we have our revenue by category, which shows our categories that have the biggest revenue in relation to size, as you can see here by the balls. Moving on, we have top customers and sales. By far, we have the Boise Company as being top customers and sales. We also have sales by division, which is easy to select different countries that have importance and different sales revenue. And finally, we have the sales by product line, which is definitely the easiest to read as it requires you to hover over a box and it reads out the product line and the sales revenue, which makes it quite easy. Moving on, I have a few questions here that will help us better understand what is going on here on this sheet. Our first question is, in the third quarter, what were the total sales of 2020? This is a pretty simple task. All you have to do, let me deselect this real quick. You scroll over here to total sales, go to quarter 3, and as you can see here, it's 7,835,133. The next question is sales revenue in the medical category in second quarter. That was $617,149. That was pretty simple, so I'll go back to that and show you how to do that later. The third question is product line highest sales in 2020 or 2019 in material. That was actually, let me select this. Here we go, 2019. It was actually low IT here, as you can see. Now, continuing on here, if you actually select Germany as well, that's also low IT for the top of the product line for the German division in 2019, which is interesting because it's the same in both the general world and also in Germany. Moving on, number 5, in 2020, which quarter had the highest sales in the telecom category in the UK? So let me deselect this real quick so I can show you here. So 2020, that is the year we're interested here. Then we want to go to the UK, which is right here. Which course had highest sales? Telecom category. Seems like we had the highest sales in quarter 1 here with 859,000. And our top customer of the fourth quarter in 2020 was actually the Boise Company. Let me deselect this here so you can see. Give me 1 second. I apologize. It's not the Boise Company. In fact, it's actually the Fly Company. Going through a couple things here to recognize some trends and to recommend some things. It seems here that the United States and Germany are definitely the big hitters here when it comes to sales by revenue. So these can definitely be allocated efficiently when it comes to sending resources to them. If you look here at sales by quarter and year, you can actually notice trends here that are very similar throughout each of the years, which can help make predictions. Revenue category, it seems here that materials and processing almost doubles everything else, meaning that this has quite importance when it comes to bringing in the money and the revenue. Top customers and sales, of course, we see that the Fly Company by far exceeds everything else, which shows that we should really have some interest in the Fly Company. And of course, we have the sales by product line, which is very easy enough to read and very easy enough to interpret, meaning that we can see what product lines are bringing the most sales revenue. And of course, we see that the single channel EDFA is bringing in by far the most, by over 5 million more than low IT. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful night.